All right, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Sorry for that interruption. I had a big thunderstorm here that came through Houston that just, wow, just knocked us completely off the grid. I mean, completely off of the grid. I had trouble getting back on the internet. We lost the connection on the other end, so Sister Brandy wasn't able to carry the program like she did a few minutes ago. But we'll welcome back, brothers and sisters. And here's what we want to do to expedite the program for the sake of time. We want you to go ahead and pay it forward one more time. Go ahead and pay it forward by going to the tab above. Once again, the tab above, and put it in there in the Facebook share hashtag BW Hangout. Brother Hasaun is up next. Brother Hasaun is up next. Send that out on Facebook. Send that out on your Google, on your Twitter. Go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and do that right now so we can bring our brother up, Brother Hasaun, Hajj Hasaun. He's been to Mecca for Hajj, so he's Hajj Hasaun. And we're going to bring him up so he can tell us about some tremendous thing he's doing with the bean pie. Brothers and sisters, he's taking the bean pie at the highest level that I've ever seen it. And we want to highlight the brother here in just a moment. Sister Brandy, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Brother Daryl. I'm right here. I'm right
All
here.
right. How are we
Yes.
looking in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page? Anybody over there?
Oh,
Are they
yeah,
all
yes.
gone home?
No, sir. Not at all, sir. The believers are live and in action. They are taking action right now. We are having great dialogue, getting to know everyone as we continue on with the process. While we had some technical difficulties, we had some other believers jumping on. We had Brother Mudakai jump on the line. He gave us some information about his business. And let me get to it if I can. Here it is. Okay, and so Brother Mudakai is coming from Japan, and he is a founder. It's Mudakai Muhammad, founder of Supreme Life University, and he is presenting himself in information from Japan. He's specializing in life coaching, life mapping, language acquisition. Oh, it's so many more. Okay, Brother Mudakai, you got a lot of information here. But let me say, he's an English teacher, and he also does hula dancing now, and is beginning yoga, and et cetera, et cetera. We go ahead and like. He has a like page. You can put your information in there and find him. We also have Sister Rose Muhammad. She is out of, Chicago, Illinois. And she is a doula. If you're not familiar with a doula is likened unto a midwife, but they don't have that same extensive medical assistance. So she can't necessarily help the sister have a baby, but she can go through the process. She can be a coach from my understanding. She can be a coach for the mom and then also the family as a support to them as well. She's a birth educator. She says she's a breastfeeding advocate. She has lots of information on there as well. She has her contact information. She has her website listed. She does nutritional meal planning, holistic training, and etc. We have the believers. They're right online. They're right in time. They're popping. Sister Tamora and Sister Denise, they have some information about their soul purpose and all their different specials that they have coming up for Mother's Day and etc. Sister Lauren, she's just getting on the broadcast. And just it's popping. It's just jumping off. Everybody's getting on, getting excited, revving up, and getting ready to hear from Brother Hasaun. Brother Darren.
All right, sister. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. Now, go in there right now. Tell them, sister, they need to get on to the broadcast. I don't see that many people, that many viewers from my end.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell them to log into the program because we're about to bring our guests on right now, and they can dialogue with each other after the program, okay? So let them know that post that you just put up, that's our new broadcast link, and tell them to go ahead and do that right now so we can get everybody that's dialoguing on the broadcast so we can bring our brother up, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. So, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for your patience. Thanks for hanging there with us as we went through this little downtime here that we were going through. But that's it. I mean, this is what's it takes. You know, there are some bumpy roads in building wealth. There are bumpy roads in accomplishing anything of great value. You know, I would probably say that's one of the things that they leave out the most when they're telling you about a great opportunity. They're telling you about why you should go to college and study real hard or anything that requires great effort. many times, most times, more times than not, they fail to tell us the hardship. They fail to be honest with us to tell us the possible difficulties, not possible difficult, the definite difficulties that are part of achieving great success. So, brothers and sisters, this is nothing for us to have to go through. It's nothing for us to go through these technical difficulties in order to press forward. This is just an opportunity for us to build our muscles. Is just some pressure, if you will, or it's some pushback or something that's pushing against our desire, which is technical difficulties, press against our desires to get this program completed and get it moving forward. All right, so we want to go ahead and encourage you all to get ready to hear from our brother within the next 5 minutes. We want to encourage you to go ahead and do that. Now, some of you all will be watching this later live on YouTube or broadcasted on YouTube. We want to make sure you understand what are we here doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. This is a platform, all right, designed to raise our level of consciousness up, all right, our economic consciousness, so we can be more aware about wealth, about money, about our resources, all right? So it's to raise the economic consciousness level of all of our members. Two, is to help us to realize there is a price to pay for success. There is a price to pay for wealth, and it's worth the price, and we have to pay the full price. Success is never on sale. So we have to start off with the mindset of determining how bad we want it and what we're willing to do to achieve it. And if we're not willing to do what's required, then that's okay. Let us just be truthful to ourselves and say to what extent we're willing to sacrifice, we're willing to overcome obstacles, and that's to the extent that we're willing to be successful and build wealth. So we're here to do that. We're here to raise the consciousness, to let us know there's a price to pay, and let us be and understand that the price to pay is worth it. Now, we're doing all that to say that we're here to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to help ourselves, to help our community through the economic blueprint, Muhammad's economic blueprint. Muhammad'sEconomicBlueprint.org is where you can go to make your contributions. Just 5 cents a day. 5 cents a day. That's all we're asking, is 5 cents a day. All right, brothers and sisters, so go ahead and do that. Go to Muhammad'sEconomicBlueprint.org and make your contribution to the future. Make your contribution towards us being truly an independent people. All right, now that's the mission. Now the platform is this technology that we're struggling through. All right, the technology is not perfect, obviously. Thunderstorms come through, knocks me off, and all right, but we're still going to use it because this is the best thing we have right now. So we're going to use this technology to connect everybody together, to connect the consumers together with the manufacturer, with the producer, with the business people. That's what this platform is here to do. We're also here so we can raise our level of expertise, those of us in business, so we can learn how to use online marketing, which is the wave of the future, brothers and sisters. TV and radio and print is for the big boys. They have millions and millions of dollars to invest in that. We don't have that. So we have social media, we have online marketing. So we're going to teach you on this platform from experts from our community. They're going to come on and share with you the golden nuggets on how to use this online marketing platform to build your business. All right, to streamline your business, to eliminate the middleman and become independent. It's about becoming independent these days, brothers and sisters. So this is the platform we're going to use it on. That's what we're going to do, and we're doing it. We have been doing it for 39 broadcasts. This is broadcast number 40. All right, so all praises due to Allah. We made it to 40. Our next number is 52. All right, and then we're going to press on. Inshallah, God says the same. So, Sister Brandy, let's swing it back over to you. We're going to do one more round call, if you will, or one more final call, and then we're going to bring our brother on, Brother Hasaun Muhammad. So what's going on, Sister Brandy, in the private elusive exclusive Facebook group.
Yes, sir. The believers are just getting back on and getting live and in action again. Brother Darrell, is this the time that we're announcing the new believers, new members coming on?
Yeah, but before we do that, are they getting on to the broadcast? Are they seeing us now?
They haven't said anything different. I'm looking. I haven't seen any new posts. It looks like everybody is just reposting what we put down and then liking the link. So that's all thus far.
Well, find out. We need to know for sure.
Mhm.
Find out if they can see us.
All right, 1 second. We send the message out. All right, continue on talking for 2 more minutes, Brother Darrell. I'm going to check in with the believers up
Okay.
here.
All right, no problem, no problem. Brothers and sisters, we're still on our membership drive. Our membership drive is what Sister Brandy, that's her area. She is our membership coordinator, and that's what she's doing. But here's what we're doing at Black Wealth Empowerment as far as the membership. All right, we're on a membership push. Remember, it's a quality membership drive. Quality membership drive, okay? So we're doing that several different ways. We're coming out with some new programs. Sister Brandy sent out a survey. We need for everybody to fill out a survey. It's in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Go ahead and do that. We can get some feedback from you so we can expand what we're doing here at BWE so we can know exactly what it is that you need. All right? We don't know unless you tell us what area of business, personal finances, entrepreneurship, sales, and marketing that you need as a member. This is a private member group only, and we're bringing value to you, the members here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, okay? So that's what we need to do, but you need to fill out that survey, all right? We've also opened up our broadcast now to the public, all right? So you can go to YouTube and put in there Black Wealth Empowerment, and you'll see all 39 broadcasts, okay? All 39 broadcasts are there. So anybody can find us if they're Googling or they're on Bing or whatever. If they put in the right words, our video will come up, they'll watch it, and they'll want to know more. So that's our way of expanding. And as Sister Brandy said before in the video, we need for you to take those flyers and post them into your on your social media networks. Now, we're working on something that you need. I'll let her go ahead and tell you about the special group that we're putting together to your sole purpose. Your sole purpose is to promote the video. So, Sister Brandy, let's swing it over to you and tell them about that special group that you're putting together. That sole purpose is going to be to promote. Take it away, Sister Brandy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, Brother Darrell. So once again, praise be to all our family. We're excited that you're on the broadcast. Thanks for your patience. We are implementing very soon, within the next week or so, a social media flash mob army. If you're familiar with the Farrakhan army, the Twitter army through the minister, we're doing the same thing. We're just kind of veggie backing off of what Brother Jesse has done thus far with the 2.0. We're doing a flash mob army. And so what the believers we're asking everybody to do on the Black Wealth Empowerment is each week we'll select 3 days, maybe like a Monday, not Mondays, but Tuesdays, Thursdays, and a Saturday. At a certain point in the day, we'll go to like a YouTube. We'll go to the YouTube page. Let me say it exactly. We'll go to the YouTube page. You'll find one of the broadcasts that have already been established. Find one of those broadcasts on those days, Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Saturday, and repost it. Share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. And that's another way of bringing just awareness of the Black Wealth Empowerment Group. So it's called the Social Media Flash Mob Army for the Black Wealth Empowerment, and we're going to hashtag, as we've always been doing, hashtag BWE on there. So it'll be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and Saturdays. Anytime throughout the day, there's going to be a social media flash mob for us as believers. And all you have to do is go to the YouTube page for the Black Wealth Empowerment, find one of the prior broadcasts, put some information about what you learned thus far on the broadcast, and then share it onto your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, Kick, your pages, such as that, and Pinterest as well. It'll be done once again 3 times a week, and we're just once again following up and trying to promote the Black Wealth Empowerment. Brother Darrell has also given us the mission and given us a lot of purpose and goals on why we're doing it. But as members, we're always striving to help one another. And so with the broadcast, we're just pushing each and every one of us to continue to push forward and get those members, because we're constantly growing, we're constantly moving. As Brother Daryl said, we're on week 40 of the broadcast. The goal is to get to 52, and we're still striving to push and meet each goal and non-obstacle in our way. So that's what we're doing. Don't forget also, as a member, we're pushing the flyer. So once the flyer comes out, usually on Fridays, like Thursday or Friday, Brother Daryl put the flyer up. Copy and paste it into your stream on Facebook and all those other social media sites to let the believers know, and also the community know, that we're live and who is coming up as a presenter. One day it might be you, and you'll want the same contributions, the same recognition, the same push, drive forward for your success as well when you get on the broadcast. So we're just encouraging all the believers to do the same. I will send out a video probably by Monday and repeat the same information as it relates to the social media flash mob for the hashtag BWE Hangout. And it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for each and every one to participate. It's going up from here. Brother Daryl, sending it back over to you.
All right. Thank you so very much, Sister Brandy. That's right, brothers and sisters. We're pushing forward. All right. We're pushing forward. We don't want to leave anybody, but the way you join us as we grow and expand is you participate in the growth with us. That's how that's done. All right. That's how that's done. By joining the social media flash mob, by posting flyers up, and somehow, some way, Sister Brandy and I, we're going to discuss how we can track those that are posting the flyers so we can reward you. All right, because it's all about, remember, the universe reward those differently from those that take action, differently from those who do not. All right, and there's no way you can build wealth, brothers and sisters, sitting back and watching. All right, there's no way you can build wealth by pressing a like button or leaving a comment. There's absolutely no way to build wealth doing it that way. You feel good, but you won't have any wealth. We're not here to feel good alone. We're here to feel good building wealth. We're here to feel good helping each other. We're here to feel good just by supporting each other. We're here to feel good by doing the things that our enemy said that we would never do. He knows we'll watch. He knows we'll listen. He knows we'll clap and say amen and teach hard. He knows that. He'll know we'll press a like button. He'll know that we'll leave a comment. He knows that. What he doesn't want us to do is unify, unite, pool our resources, and do something meaningful, not just for ourselves, not just for our families, but for our nation. All right, brothers and sisters, that's what we're spearheading, and we've opened the doors for whomever, register or not, who have that like mind and ready to roll up their sleeves and go to work. That's who we're running with, and that's who will make up BWE a month from now. That's who will make up BWE 2 months from now. Will you be with us? We hope so. We pray so. That's what we're trying. That's why we're trying to encourage you now to press forward with us. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring our brother on. Let me read you a bio sketch of our brother Hasaun Muhammad. I remember this young brother came through Houston, I don't know, about 10 years ago, through Houston, meaning through the mosque. I think he went to TU, got to know this brother, and he's always been a forward-thinking brother. All right, so I'm not surprised to see what he's doing with the bean pipe. So let me go ahead and read a brief description, and Brother Hasaun, get ready to come on. Here he is. Hasaun Muhammad has over 15 years of experience as a political strategist and business developer, possessing a strong managerial background with local and international experience. He further benefits from an extensive network of influential industry leaders in government, entertainment, private sector, and technology. Over the years, Mr. Muhammad has worked on various projects offering technical and business development support to private clients, including serving as special advisor to the Consulate General of Haiti in New York. In 2011, Mr. Muhammad launched QA food to combat food deserts and stimulate economic development in underserved communities across the United States. In 2014, Mr. Muhammad launched QA Foods Bakery, a company dedicated to providing underserved communities with better access to quality, fresh, and natural baked goods by empowering food entrepreneurs with resources to strengthening their local food system. Now this brother is so humble, and this is what he provided me to share with you as a background of who he is. Now, what I think that's a that's very huge and part of brother's experience is him working directly with Russell Simmons. We know Russell Simmons of Def Jam, friend of the minister, friend of the nation. But Hajj Hassan Muhammad, he was responsible for help establishing. He was one of the establishing members and program managers of the Hip Hop Summit Action Committee that Russell Simmons started several years ago. So brother worked directly with Russell on that project, and I'm sure on other things, but he's such a humble brother, he did not include that in his biography. So with that being said, we want to welcome to BWE Live our brother Hajj Hassan Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Are you there?
Wa alaikum salam. How's everybody feeling?
Oh, we're feeling real good, brother. Happy to hear your voice. We can hear your voice, but we can't see your face. So check and make sure that your camera is not muted.
All right, double check. Just tap the screen. It should be there.
Okay, we don't see you as of yet. No, sir, not yet. Not yet. We still see your beautiful face on that picture.
Sister Brandy.
Sister Brandy, can you see our brother?
All right, that tornado out there may have got your computer working a little bit slow, but I'm ready.
Sister Brandy, come on the mic. Can you see him?
Yes, sir. I can see him.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't see you. Yeah, my connection is so weak I can't see you. Okay, brother Hasaun. Well, welcome once again.
Let's rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Welcome once again, brother. Just briskly tell us. Your bio is very extensive, and you did a lot of things, brother, for a brother under 35. Just kind of tell us. Go back about 5 years, if you will, and you kind of tell us what has helped and contribute to honing your business skills.
I mean, I believe that is first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on the show and inviting me. I know Brother Salih out of Oakland, he had extended the initial invitation, and you followed up on making sure that I got here. But you know, as it relates to 5 years ago, you know, I would even go back a little bit further than that. You know, my mother always, as a child, my mother always used to bring us around, you know, as she operated her own little small business throughout the city of New York. And me being always, you know, excited and open and engaging customers, you know, I took a lot of that knowledge, and you know, as I began to grow in my own professional career, I ended up rolling that into, you know, a particular space that I wanted to be in. And you know, from my background, you know, I work a lot in politics and entertainment, but really it's about business. I always felt the need that we needed to work on gathering economic resources to help build our communities and turn our communities around. You know, it's one thing to talk about politics, but you know, as the Minister Farrakhan says, you know, politics without finance is civil without substance. I always felt the need that, you know, we needed to organize around economic conversations. So just learning from my mother at a young age and understanding or seeing the ability to make something out of nothing, in terms of, like, you know, you go out there, have an idea, and then build that idea up from scratch, is something that has always inspired me. And as an adult, then I, you know, just work to apply that to my own life in terms of business.
Okay, all right. So it started as a little boy with your mom. All praise is due to Allah. So she planted the seed, and that kind of carried into, as you said, with your political contacts and things of that nature. Now, kind of share with us, because, you know, brother, I think, you know, there's a lot that you probably learned from working with Russell Simmons. Can you share that brief history with us? What exactly did you do? And most importantly, just give us some insights on the work ethic that you saw from Russell, and just kind of the things that you've gleaned from being so close to him, which most of us will never have the opportunity of being that close to someone that has done so much in business.
First, I look at Russell as a dear friend, brother, and mentor. Um, Definitely he has achieved a lot, but I don't want to take the light off of what ourselves as individual, each one of us, everyone that's listening, as an individual can accomplish and take to the next level in their own personal lives. So often we put, a tremendous amount of praise and we look up to individuals who we see accomplish much, but we negate that which is inside of ourselves. And that's something that Russell has always taught me. Coming up as a young man, I started working for him at 18, straight out of high school. I had decided to work for him rather than going to college. And I was the first person hired outside of Dr. Benjamin Chavis, Dr. Benjamin Chavis Muhammad, who was he's the co-founder and the CEO of the Hip Hop Summit Action Network at the time. And I came on board at first as an assistant to Dr. Ben, just helping to run around, handle little business affairs, and now I got promoted to become a programs manager. But one of the things that I've always saw, because our office was 2 doors down from Russell, or 3 doors down from Russell, was Russell always had the ability to manage, a lot of stuff on his plate, and he never got tired. And it was always a high level of enthusiasm towards, going after his goal. And, a lot of people say that Russell has a sense of ADD in terms of like he can't focus, but I've seen him, when he's passionate about something, he'll laser focus on something to the point that, all he does is talk about that one thing until it's accomplished. And I don't care if that one thing doesn't get accomplished for a month, 2-3 months, he'll still talk about it, invest his money, invest his time to get it accomplished. A lot of times what I notice with people who are a lot less unsuccessful will get passionate about something. You go to the mosque meeting, you'll get passionate about what the minister has said, but then as soon as you walk out of that mosque meeting, you're not talking about it a moment after you walk out the door. And then that's the mosque. But then even take into account something on a business level, you hear people talk about economic development, economic blueprint this, economic blueprint that, I need to save, I need to do this for myself, I need to do this for my people. But the moment you're out of that particular environment that fostered that passion or that passionate conversation, you stop talking about it. And one of the things that I learned from Russell is that you have to eat, sleep, dream, breathe what you're talking about, what you believe in. And that's something that, even from my mother, that I even learned and I adopt on my personal lifestyle. Right now, all I do is talk about the bean pie. All I do from the time I get up to the time I go to sleep. And even in my sleep, I'm sitting there having nightmares about making sure that I did not mess up on a bean pie mix, and that's my particular thought process until I reach the end goal. And then once I reach the end goal, then, I work on shifting or on next gears. But right now it's laser focused on bringing the bean pie. And that's something that I've learned from my mentor.
Wow. Yeah, brother, that's very powerful. And I'm glad you share that because see, we really don't know what's required for success. There's an old saying that goes, it took me 15 years to be an overnight success. So we don't see what people have put into their success. So we fall short many times, or we think that we've given, all, or we've done enough and we should be successful already. And many times that's not the case. So obviously you learned that lesson, brother. Now bring us up to where we are today, because you mentioned the bean pies. You say these are the things that you learned from Russell. Tell us a little bit about your bean pie business, because you're just not a bean pie maker. You know what I'm saying? This is a business for you. Share that with us about your bean pie business.
The Brother Soul Original Bean Pie, guaranteed nice and sweet and good to eat. That's the tagline for the bean pie. As a child, I grew up on a bean pie. I'm a lifelong member of the Nation of Islam. And that was one thing that my mother always cooked. But then as I got older, I noticed that, my mother stopped cooking it as much. But then as I started traveling around, I never was able to find a good, decent bean pie. And every time, I've traveled all over the country. There's probably about 10 states that I have not been to. And I have no interest in going to at this point. But for the most part, as I've been to each one of these states, I would go and, I would research food. And of course, I would always go and try to grab a bean pie. And, no, I would not eat all of the bean pies that I would check out because, I know what a bean pie actually, what a good bean pie actually looks like. And I just always got frustrated. I felt as though the bean pie was a part of our brand as Muslims in the Nation of Islam that we cheapen and we've let fall off. And I said, at some point, I got into the food industry after I left the entertainment and political space, and I started to look at different products that I can sell, and I looked at, selling fish, I looked at selling water, I looked at opening up a grocery business, I looked at different things. Each one of them had their different obstacles. And then, it's been something that's been haunting me for, a few years now. I was like, let me just go ahead and do the bean pie. And I felt as though it was an open market. Nobody has really done it right, in years. No one has done the bean pie right. And then every time I've seen the bean pie done, it's been done in a very mom and pop fashion. And when you talk about economic development, I'm not talking about making enough money to pay your phone bill or pay, a simple rent. I'm talking about if you are going to start a business, you need to take it serious and you need to work on reaching the stars. Intamin's is a food company. It's very popular here on the East Coast, and I think down south it's one of the partner companies is called Miss Beard's Bread, and then in the West Coast it's also called Bimbo Foods. This company does about $3 billion a year in revenue. That's 3 billion with a B. And a lot of times when we talk about bean pie sales, we're talking about, somebody making a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000 and they're happy with it. I always felt as though that was an insult. That was an insult to, Elijah Muhammad, and that was an insult to each one of us that's actually, working on putting our lives on the line, selling and promoting this bean pie. And I felt as though it was more of a market that we can grab. So I said, what will it take to rebrand the bean pie rather than having the bean pie, taken and sold just by brothers on the corner? And if we're completely honest with ourselves, on social media, you can go hashtag bean pie right now, and it's considered a joke. The brothers on the corner is considered a joke, and I'm somebody who is very honest with myself, and in business, you have to be honest with yourself. A lot of times we lie, and we refuse to hear like critiques that can improve our performance and improve our business. And I just said, what is it about the bean pie that's negative, and what is it about the bean pie that's positive? And I looked at all of the negative things and I started to attack them, in terms of, creating a cool brand strategy to take it to the next level. And this is where we're at right now with the Brothers Soul bean pie for the most part.
Well, brother, yes, sir. You've definitely attacked it. That's for sure. Because I've seen you posted you've posted on Facebook some of the places that your bean pie has made headway in. Some of the places that we thought that it could not go. Right. Go ahead and mention some of the successful places that your bean pie has been able to penetrate, as far we're talking business, as far as market penetration is concerned.
Right. One of my first accounts was being sold at this place called Delmonico Market, which is right across the street from Grand Central Terminal in New York City. the Gansevoort Market, which is a very prestigious neighborhood in New York City, in New York City's meatpacking district. We was even at Madison Square Garden. We've had sold bean pies to LinkedIn, the online resume company. We have bean pies at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., constantly sold to celebrities ranging from Alicia Keys to Kanye West to Nick Cannon to Russell Simmons. And my goal is to really just bring bean pie to America. Period. And if we're successful at doing that and rebranding the bean pie successfully, it's a delectable treat, and it should be treated as that. And that's my goal. It's been sold at many more places, but right now I'm just focusing on rebranding the bean pie away from where it's traditionally been noted as.
Right. Well, praise due to Allah, brother. You've definitely done that, and you definitely have the right mindset, because in order to build a nation, we're going to need economics on a large scale. And yeah, you have to look at the billions, and you have to look at it from a business standpoint, and definitely get out of the ma and pa project, ma and pa mindset. Now, I did see you posted on Facebook, and we're just going to close now here, so see if we have any questions. But I saw on Facebook, brother Hasaun, you had your pie has gone internationally. Is that correct?
Yes, I have a lot of international customers actually. From whether it be, there's one sister who bought bean pies and took it back to Colombia. I have orders coming in from Saudi Arabia to India to like London. There's people that's all over the world that's requesting bean pies, and some of them are Muslim, but then a lot of them are not Muslim. I remember there was this one customer from Germany. These one set of customers from Germany. They bought a ton of bean pies and brought it back to their family. So whereas the bean pie literally is going everywhere, and that's the way that I feel as though the bean pie should be.
So what you're saying, brother Hasaun, is that your sister Brandy was talking about this thinking outside the box. So you don't have the mindset of this is just Muslim bean pie, this is only for black folks, I'm only gonna sell it at events. So you basically you're crushing that whole mentality about the bean pie. White folks not gonna buy it, other Muslims not gonna buy it because we believe in Master Farad. So you just crushed all that, right?
And I think it's a silly notion that people only associate bean pies with Muslims in the Nation of Islam. I think that's a foolish notion. And, honestly, I actually took a survey of a lot of people, random survey, and asking them, have they ever tried the bean pie? And also asking, why haven't they tried the bean pie? And, you'll be surprised to hear people say that they haven't tried the bean pie because they thought that it was a Muslim food, which I think is comical. And then other people say that they haven't tried the bean pie because they think that the beans is like nasty or whatever. And I just say, I talk to them about the ingredients of other foods that they eat and what are those other ingredients in foods that they eat. And have you ever tasted raw ingredients of a honey bun or something else? And do you understand what those ingredients actually taste like? So how can you be negative towards a bean? So it's like a whole bunch of different misconceptions that people have when it comes down to food. And so, what I do is I just work on breaking down those stereotypes. Like honestly speaking, I don't even like selling my bean pies at Sunday mosque because I feel as though if you sell it at Sunday mosque, then, you're creating a culture that it's only for Muslims. And, and so what I do is I thrive on, engaging the outside world. And, even last week, I think week before last, I was at one of Imam Muradin's Muhammad's community conferences out in Baltimore or out in Maryland. And it was very successful. Like I said, there's no boundaries in regards to where food is sold at, and particularly where the bean pie is sold at. And that's one thing that I'm very passionate about, is breaking down those negative notions and really, taking it to the next level. There's no reason why, we should be focusing on how to sell back and forth to members of the Nation of Islam and even back and forth to our own Black community. I remember I was in Chicago one time at Reverend Jesse Jackson's office, helping to develop some political strategy on an initiative that we were dealing with for about 2 years ago. And one of my points that I was making was, when you look at these other big business companies, they develop technologies and services for the entire world, and they capture a market. Twitter, for instance. Twitter wasn't developed by Black people. Twitter wasn't developed for Black people. Twitter was developed for an entire, community. The entire world. And then from there, you have Black people who are one of the main users on there, but at the same time, everybody uses the platform. But then now, they hone in on their market base. This is the same thing that we're looking at with the bean pie. The bean pie is made for everybody. Whoever wants to eat it, go ahead, grab a bite. Go on bringbeanpie.com, get some bean pie, 8444 bean pie, get your bean pie, and we're going to sell it to you. Now, will there be a bigger market that appreciates and loves the bean pie more? Yes, of course. In those markets, we're focusing on, what are the nuances of it, and we're taking it to the next level. But bean pie for all. Hashtag that.
Well, praise be to Allah. So you're treating it as a business first, then the bean pie is your product and not the other way around. Well, let me ask you this, Brother Hasaun, real quick. We got about another 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to see what questions we have. Sister Brandy says we have a few questions. Entrepreneurship. For those that are out there that are in the food industry space, all right, or just business and entrepreneurship in general that you learned from your mom, that you learned from Russell Simmons, what are some nuggets and what are some things that you can share with us real quick that we need to make sure that these are cornerstone of our entrepreneurship process in our journey?
One of the main things is taking risk. Don't be afraid. My mother always used to say, scared money don't make no money. So, you gotta, you can't be afraid to take risk. You won't have the answers to everything. You won't, hold on one second. Yeah, you won't have the answers to everything. Matter of fact, probably 75% of the things that you go after, you won't have the answers to, but you have to be willing to get up and work towards it, and Allah will give you the answers as you make the steps or the strides towards it. That's one of the first things. The next thing is identify what your end goal is and work backwards. I have an end goal. I'm not just selling bean pies to sell bean pies. I have an end goal. I see clearly what my strategy, my exit plan is. I don't share it with everybody, but I do see what that plan is. And from there, I'm dissecting my plan, or dissecting each step of the process, and I'm building towards it. So have your end strategy. The next thing is, prepare to go at it by yourself. A lot of times, we spend too much time, trying to get friends, family, other people to believe in you, to support you, to, work alongside of you. All of that stuff, toss it out the window. A lot of times you're not going to have any support, for a very, 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 very long time. Yes, I have had support along the way, but, a lot of times we want people to hold our hands through the process and all this other stuff. No. Even your close, I'm a single man, but, even I would say, even, I've seen situations where husband and wife did not get along in terms of what the strategy is, but then one person continued to press forward and, and still made the business successful. And then at the end of it, the wife or the husband will come around to believing or supporting in that other person. But you never, when you do go at whatever the agenda is alone, that business or that idea, don't ever have negative feelings towards the people or your friends or your family who did not support. They're not supporting for a reason. They may have their own, personal petty reasons or whatever, but don't hold it against them. Look at it as though Allah is working on teaching you something, and trying to show you something through the process. So that's something that I've always learned. And, so, even in my hardest or my most difficult times, I just, keep my head down, keep on working, and, and just look for the positive in all that Allah presents. So those three things: in strategy, prepare to take risk, and just prepare to go alone.
Go along. Okay. Well, praise be to Allah, brothers and sisters. You heard it right there from our brother, Hajj Hasaun Muhammad, with his, what is it, the original, give us the name of the company again?
Brother Soul Original Bean Pie.
Brother Soul Original Bean Pie. Brothers and sisters, we have everything we need in our nation. Our minister has said that before. Our brother has shared with us his experience in what he's learned, but not just learned, what he learned and he has put into practice. All right. So brother has taken that bean pie to levels that I have never seen before in my 22 years in the Nation of Islam, that I've never heard of prior to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, prior to the ministers resurrecting of our nation. So we want to make sure we support this brother. All right, we want to make sure any chance and opportunities we get to get this pie, we get it. Share with us again, Brother Hasaun, a little slower this time, the website, the telephone number, and how we can get Brother Soul Original Bean Pie.
So the hashtag is Bring Bean Pie. Bring Bean Pie. That's the hashtag. I'm very active on Instagram. I actually prefer Instagram over Facebook and Twitter and everything else. So Instagram is really where you can find me. Hashtag Bring Bean Pie. My social media handle is Brother Haz, BROTHERHAS. The website is not fully launched yet, but it will be soon. But you can go check it out right now and order bean pies in about a week or two on the website. It's bringbeanpie.com. Again, bringbeanpie.com. And the telephone number you can reach me directly at is 844-4-BEAN-PIE. Again, 844-4-BEAN-PIE. And that number reads out 844-423-2673. Or 2674, pardon me. I think we lost Brother Darrell.
Well, thank you again, Brother Hasaun. We appreciate that. I just want to confirm that we have you. Hashtag Bring Bean Pie, and that's on Instagram. Your website is bringbeanpie.com, and then your phone number is 844-4-BEAN-PIE. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, awesome. Let me correct this real quick. And the best way to reach you is either Instagram or
844-4-BEAN-PIE.
Okay, yes, sir. 4beanpie.com. Got it. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I'm telling you, it's been a great opportunity. I loved listening to your information that you had to share. A lot of stuff resonated with myself as a entrepreneur as well, and of course, into the baking world. You just confirmed a lot of things, and don't have to go into depth with what you confirmed, but just say the latter part was confirmation, regardless of whom or what. You just keep pushing forward. And so, wow, right on time. I'm gonna get back on there and listen to it again, because everybody should hear this information, regardless of what you're doing, what business you're in, what industry you're in. If you're not a business owner yet or not, it's just right on time and right in alignment with what we're striving to do. Continuing on. Thank you. I think we're pretty much out of time, but I don't know if you're a member yet on the Black Wealth Empowerment, but once you become a member, we'll add you in, and then there'll be questions that'll be fed through the thread, if you don't mind getting those questions answered as well.
Not a problem.
Okay. We thank you for your time. I'm sorry we lost Brother Darrell again. All the technical difficulties, of course, Allah knows best, but it's all good. We'll keep pushing forward.
No
negativity. That's right.
Appreciate it, and thank everybody for listening. And I look forward to joining the group and answering any questions.
Awesome. Congratulations again. We look forward to talking to you again very soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir. All right. It looks like we have Brother Darrell back on the call. We can't hear him. Brother Darrell, you're muted. We're just finishing with Brother Hasaun. We already said thank you again. On behalf of the Black Wealth Empowerment Group, we thank you for your time, your attention. We thank you for continuing on to be part of this awesome group. Because of you, we are successful. We are all successful as a group and continuously pushing forward to strive to be the best that we can be. May Allah continue to bless each and every one of you. On behalf of Brother Darren, Brother Rodney, Asad Muhammad, I want to greet you all in the greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum.
Testing my
Brother Daryl.
All right. So did you ask the question for brother?
I did. We didn't get a chance to ask it because we're over time, but I asked him to go ahead and become a member in the group, and he's happy to do that and then answer those questions on the thread.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, but we worked through it. This tornado just really has my network just messed up, obviously. So this will be in YouTube, brothers and sisters. So you'll be able to go to YouTube as soon as we disconnect, as soon as we stop broadcasting. You'll be able to go to YouTube and catch all of it in its entirety. Okay. So with that being said, thank you, Sister Brandy. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Brother Rodney Asad did have a message that he wanted me to share with you all. Let me share this with you real quick. All right. Didn't want you to think the brother just stood us up. At 6:01, he said, "Walaikum salam. My apologies. Working on a hot project for you. No, can't break away. It is time sensitive. So we know if we know who the you know who is, then we know why he's not here and why he shouldn't be here. So we wish the brother the best. We thank Brother Hajj Hasaun Muhammad for that wonderful story. We thank Sister Brandy. We thank each and every one of you all from working through this process with us. Go back and listen to it because brother shared a lot of key nuggets.
Absolutely.
All right, a lot of key nuggets that we can use in our quest for wealth, for business success. But with that being said, brothers and sisters, until next week, we'll be back next week. We're going to highlight one of our members next week. So make sure you join us next week.
Yes.
And inshallah, we'll have these technical difficulties taken care of.
Yes,
we'll have them put to rest. So thank you, Sister Brandy. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Until next time, as we always say, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, your nation deserves the very best. All right? Assalamu alaikum. Get ready for October 10th. October 10th, brothers and sisters, get ready. We'll see you there in DC, October 10th. Assalamu alaikum.
Awesome.